make sure that you guys can use long division and synthetic division to divide your polynomials. Okay, make sure you can do that today. So let's start off with some long division. You all love it. We're going to divide 4x squared plus 3x to the third plus 10. We're going to divide it by x minus 2. First thing you always want to make sure is that you're in standard form, which means your highest exponents should be first. So this 3x to the third should be listed first, then 4x squared. We have to leave space for the regular x's. So if you don't have any x's, you still have to put 0x, which goes against everything we stand for, everything. But you have to do it when you're doing long division, okay? So let's try this out. And here's how you're going to do it. First, you're just going to check how many x's you could get into 3x to the third. So if you did 3x to the third divided by x, it would be 3x squared. And then you're going to kind of go backwards, kind of like when we were factoring greatest common factors back in the day. So 3x squared times x would be 3x to the third. And 3x squared times negative 2 would be negative 6x squared. But here's the tricky part. We have to make it the opposite because we're going to be subtracting these things, right? When you do long division, you subtract them. So we're going to make this negative 3x to the third and positive 6x squared. Now we'll go straight down with it. 3x to the third minus 3x to the third is nothing, which is what we wanted. We have 4x squared. It was minus negative 6x squared, but now it's plus, right? We changed it. So 4x squared plus 6x squared is 10x squared. We'll bring down the 0x as well. Now, how many x's can go into 10x squared? And that would be 10x. So we'll put plus 10x up here. And then we'll go ahead and multiply it. 10x times x is 10x squared. 10x times negative 2 would be negative 20x. But remember, we have to go through and make all this the opposite because we're going to subtract it. So we're going to make it negative 10x squared and positive 20x. Now eventually, once you do a few of these, you can just, when you multiply it 10x times x and you get 10x squared, just go ahead and make it negative right there. Make it the opposite. But we're fine. So 10x squared minus 10x squared, 0. 0x plus 20x is 20x. We bring down our plus 10 here. And let's see what we got. How many x's can go into 20x? 20. So we'll put plus 20. 20 times x is 20x. 20 times negative 2 is negative 40. So we go through, we make it all the opposite. 20x minus 20x is 0. 10 plus 40 is 50. So this is our leftover because we can't bring down anything else. So the way we're going to write that, instead of remainder 50, that was so fourth grade, you're going to write plus 50 over x minus 2. So instead of writing remainder 50, you would put plus 50 over whatever you were divided by, okay? So this would be our final answer, 3x squared plus 10x plus 20 plus 50 over x minus 2. It's a little tough, but you know, once you try a few of them, you'll be just fine. So I'm going to put these here. I'm going to probably have to start the next video. But go ahead and try these out. Make sure you set it up in standard form. Make sure if you're missing anything, which you're not, but if like here, if you had x to the thirds, x squareds, and no x's, you'd still have to write 0x. But since we're not missing anything, you can just get at it. So go ahead and try it out, and I'll do them in the next video.